Hello, welcome to another video. I'm sorry that it's been a little while, but I couldn't stay away any longer and I wanted to make a video, so I hope that you enjoy this one. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a towel flower. So it's a bit of a tutorial, but I hope that it relaxes you as well. So what you will need is a towel, and the towel needs to be square. So if it's a rectangle shape, you'll need to make it into a square, which I've already done with this one. So it's actually a long bath towel which needed to be folded in half to make a square. So I'm just making sure that it's neat and tidy. Okay, so once you've got your square, what you then need to do is bring the corners in to meet in the middle. So you bring the first corner in and the next corner, the third corner, and then the last corner. Okay, so as you can see, all of the corners meet in the middle. Now if your towel isn't square, this is where you will find out, because the corners won't match up properly and you'll have extra bits on the edge. So that's when you'll need to readjust it to make it square. So I'm just going to tidy up, make sure that the edges and the folds are flat and neat. And then you repeat that step basically, and you bring the new corners that you've created, you bring those into the middle. So the first corner comes into the middle, and the second one, and the third one, and the last one. So now you may find, depending on the thickness of your towel, you might have quite a lot of material here. So you might have to keep your hand in the middle to keep it secure. My towel's not very thick, so it's actually staying where I put it, which is good. But then you just tidy up the edges again. Just make sure it's sort of neat and tidy and there's not big bits of towel all bunched together. So that's that step. for next step, you have to turn the towel over. So it's good to keep a hand here to keep all the pieces together. Put your hand underneath and flip it over like that. Okay. So now you have to do the same thing again. Bring the corners into the middle. And now, even with a thin towel, you'll probably have to hold it because you'll be getting quite a bit of material gathered together. So the first corner bends in to the middle, and the second corner bends into the middle, and the third corner, and the last one. So now, as you can see, if I let go, it will all unfold. So you have to have a hand in the middle holding it in place. But don't worry, because in a minute it will hold itself. So I'm just making sure everything's in and fairly neat. Okay, and now we actually start to create the flower. So behind every corner now, so the new corners that you've created, there will be a flap of towel. So what you do is you put your hand under and you find the flap which is there, and you pull it out carefully, because you don't want to pull it completely all the way. What you want to do is create a petal shape. So you pull it to about there, and so you have the inner sort of semicircle and then the outer semicircle around it. So you're creating sort of two shapes by doing that, like that. Okay, so I'll do it with the next one. Reach under, find the flap and pull it out. It should be quite difficult to pull it completely out, so hopefully you won't do that. Keep hold of it in the middle as well, that's important. Okay, and the third flap. Sometimes, depending on your flower, you might have more than one sort of ring or semicircle, but that's okay, it just adds to the texture of the flower at the end. You can fiddle with it if you want to and make it how you like it to look. And then the last flap comes out. Okay. Now you should find that the towel will stay in place, and you can see that there is a flower shape forming, but there is one last step to do just to finish it off. So if you just hold it in place again, just to make sure nothing moves, and put your hand underneath in between the petals. So if you put your hand underneath, there'll be another flap, and what you do is you pull it out, but not too far. Okay, so you want a crease to stay there, so that when it lays back down, you just have that flap out, like a right angle there. There'll be one under here as well, so you just pull it out gently, not too far, just like that. And then on this side, the same, and then this side the same. And as you can see, that's sort of created like a platform that the flower looks like it's sat on. So maybe like a plate or a platter platform, don't know what you'd like to call it, but like a square shape. And it looks like the flower is sat on it now. And that's how you do your towel flower. A little tip is to make the flower where you want the flower to be, because when it's in this shape it's quite difficult to move it and keep it all together. And what you could do, you could put something in the middle, you could put it on somebody's bed if they're visiting you. You could place something here, like a chocolate or a flower or some toiletries, and make it look very nice and pretty. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you for watching.